I'm Jay.
I'm Tomo.
And together we started a business called TechRight. About a year ago we became very interested in 3D printing as a part of my job. And we decided to start a little business. Actually, it was Tomo's idea. He get started selling stuff to his friends, and we haven't looked back. We started off with one printer. We now have 7 printers, different types of printers, and we make all sorts of cool stuff.
8 printers.
8 printers. Okay, we've got 8 printers now. They keep on increasing. Look, there's a lot to know about 3D printing, but once you learn some skills, once you become good at it, it's amazing what you can make using 3D printing. There are different materials you can use. There are different types of printing to achieve different results. But once you learn how to use these to create useful or interesting things, you learn a little bit about engineering and how things go together, you can do some pretty amazing stuff with 3D printing. Some of the coolest things we made:
life-size Spider-Man.
Yeah. Also, this room is full of cool things that have been made using 3D printers. Like most of you would be quite aware of the Mandalorian. Here's his helmet. We have also a lot of other cool items here. Things like Viking helmets. You know, we don't just do helmets. There are other things too. Yeah, and even small things like cool toys.
I'm gonna put it on, okay?
Cool toys and things that you can play with and paint and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there we go. We got Boba Fett. Yeah. In this short little video, we are going to be showing you some of the things that are involved in 3D printing, not just the 3D printing side of it. So printing is just part of the journey. After you print, you need to
paint.
And painting can be hard if you don't know how to paint plastics properly and how to prepare them properly. So right here we have a Falcon 9 with a Dragon capsule on top. This is a SpaceX rocket. Recently took astronauts to the International Space Station, and for the first time in a decade, actually, since the space shuttle retired. It's a very, very important rocket, a very interesting rocket too. It lands itself, so the first stage is fully reusable. So here we have all the parts of the rocket. We have scaled this up. I do believe this might be the biggest 3D printed rocket that we know of in the world. So it will be approximately 2.2 meters once fully assembled and up on its legs. It will be a pretty amazing build, and we want to get a nice finish on this one. So we got to pull out all the tricks to make this plastic look like the alloy that the rockets are made out of. You want to remove the layer lines.
We've got a Dremel.
A Dremel, there's a Dremel there too, yeah. So some tools that you might need for this kind of thing is a Dremel. You've got, hold them up, what are those?
Pliers.
Pliers, and we use real fine electrical pliers to get into all the cracks and things.
And
a razor blade.
Knife.
Yeah, a razor blade or a knife. Just to get rid of those small little burrs and things like that. You can use sandpaper. We have plenty of sandpaper of different grades here, which we use to smooth things off, and that sort of thing. And that's the first stage. You'll notice when you look at 3D printing, when it comes off the bed, often you have things like brims and bits that need to be removed before the part is ready. So we call this stage post-processing. So this is what you do to the print after it's come off your printer. Okay, you notice this little bell here also has some imperfections on it that need to be removed before we can paint that. So the first step is cleaning. You need safety goggles if you're going to be using any Dremel or even sandpaper. It's good to wear safety goggles. So we have those always here handy, ready to go. And we're just going to spend a bit of time now cleaning up these products and preparing them to be painted.
So now it's time to get started. Sanding, we've removed bits that we don't want, and now we're going to go and wait for this to all dry, and then we're going to go on to the next step.
Now for the first and second stage, main part of this rocket, we want it to be white. And you have to understand that these rockets are made of some kinds of aluminum lithium alloy, which I think when painted is quite shiny, and we want to get that same effect. It also just looks really nice to have big shiny rocket, brings attention. To make it as shiny as possible, I'm using a gloss white acrylic spray paint used for touching up cars, and this will be ultra shiny. You have to put on quite a few coats of this nice and thinly. We don't want to have any runs or things happening there. But when it's done, it's going to be super shiny, so looking forward to that. That's it, all done. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more cool stuff.